Hello world, Cossy here. Now, as gamers, we often complain about companies like EA, who basically bleed us dry for things we want. But have you ever considered the companies that basically must hate money because there's things that they could do and we'd be desperate to buy? That's what we're talking about today. Case in point, Nintendo. Now, Nintendo has found a way to continuously repackage our childhood and sell it to us over and over again. Hence, even though we complain and laugh at things like the Wii and the Wii U, most of us eventually go out and buy them to play Zelda and to play the new Mario. But there's one franchise that they really aren't capitalising on as much as they should have, and that is Pokemon. Now, yes, there's been Pokemon on the Game Boy and the DS, and there will be on the 3DS and the Game Boy Advance, and that's fantastic. But why, Nintendo, have you never made a full-on Pokemon game for a console? Now, I'm not going to count Snap and Stadium as full-on Pokemon games. I mean a Pokemon game where you go to every single region that's ever been in a Pokemon game and you can capture every single Pokemon that's ever been in a Pokemon game. Hey, you could even throw in a new region and new Pokemon. You can keep the style you've got from the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and DS games. We don't care about it being, massive 3D environments looking like Skyrim or anything. Hell, Pokemon games are all about the gameplay. It's all about catching them all. It's all about beating those trainers. And if you threw this onto the Wii U would skyrocket in sales. People like me who love Pokemon games would buy it specifically to play Pokemon. People who've already got it and have played all of the Pokemon games will buy that game. It will be one of the best-selling Nintendo games, nay, possibly the best-selling Nintendo game of all time. You're missing out, guys. Come on. Secondly, Square-Enix. Now, Square-Enix, you've made some fantastic games in the past. You've given us Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, for example, but are you really marketing those games right? As a Final Fantasy fan, and I'm sure a lot of you out there who love Final Fantasy will agree, if there was a remake of Final Fantasy VII, you would buy it. I would buy it. Everyone would buy it. Even people who've never played the game would buy it. That's because it's the most loved Final Fantasy game. 7 is brilliant, fantastic storyline, great characters, truly engrossing gameplay. If there was a remake and it came out for next-gen consoles, it would be a surefire hit. And considering the fact that your last couple of Final Fantasy games haven't been as brilliant as the previous ones, I mean, the last one I truly loved was Final Fantasy X back on the PS2. This is a surefire way to remind us just how much we love Final Fantasy. Hell, you could even spin it off and do another Final Fantasy game in the 7 universe, which would sell because people love that universe. How about Kingdom Hearts? Now, I know you're releasing this HD remix of the Kingdom Hearts, first Kingdom Hearts game and the 2 games that came out on the PSP and DS, but where's Kingdom Hearts 2? Where, more importantly, is Kingdom Hearts 3? We want a next-gen Kingdom Hearts game. We are willing to throw money at you, Square Enix, for this game. People are crying out for it. And yeah, it's nowhere to be seen. There's plenty of Final Fantasy characters, and there's plenty of Disney characters and universes and worlds that you could explore. And you're going to have the power of the Xbox One, the PS4, to actually boost that and make this the best Kingdom Hearts ever. So why don't you work on that? My third example, and this goes out to a company who I often complain does everything to milk money from us, Microsoft. Now, Microsoft, they keep making Halo games despite the fact that, in my opinion, the storyline's growing pretty stale, and yeah, they make a lot of money from it. But Microsoft, they own a controlling share in Rare. Rare, that's right. If you played Super Nintendo and N64, you know that Rare was this amazing British games developer that brought us games like GoldenEye, like Conker's Bad Fur Day, like Banjo-Kazooie. Games that we all loved, adored and wanted more of. And what happened? Microsoft bought them and yeah, the games haven't exactly been fantastic since then. Okay, Perfect Dark Zero was pretty awful. The remake of Conkers was okay. It was probably, you know, the best of the bunch, but we really would have needed a sequel. And that Banjo-Kazooie game with the vehicles and the building, what was that? You want to make money? Why don't you make a sequel to Conker's Bad Fur Day, a game that is adored by platforming fans. Absolutely fantastic game. B, make a proper sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, another game that is adored by platforming fans. I mean, people go out and buy both of those games, the Banjo-Kazooie franchise and Conker's Bad Fur Day, for ridiculous amounts for the N64 because they want to play them so badly. So there is a market already out there. Hell, I know you might not own all of the rights to this, but Killer Instinct, what an amazing fighting game it was on the SNES and on the N64. Why are you not making sure that you own the rights to this and making a new one? I mean, Microsoft, you've got so much money. You can do this. You can make gamers happy and you can make your bank accounts even happier. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you can think of any other examples of where companies just hate money, then leave them in the comment box below. Also, in the description box is a link to my Facebook, my Twitter and my Tumblr. Follow me, find out what's going on in the world of me and this channel. If you missed my last video, it was all about the Xbox One announcements. There's a link there, pop out and watch that. If you missed my Star Trek Into Darkness review, it's there. Click on that, pop out and watch that also. And until next time, au revoir.